Hey lovies, so if you guys are Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, this is going to be your reading to see what's going on for your love life in April. So the way I kind of want to do this, let me just fix that. The way I've thought to do this is to kind of get, take a little glimpse of your current energy and what you're kind of manifesting now. And then I want to see, it's almost like more psychological. I want to look into like your patterns in love and any issues that need to be resolved, and like kind of like if there's any blocks to you manifesting like what you want. Obviously, if you have the perfect partner and relationship, this may not be your reading. This is more for people who are either single and are having a tough time like attracting love to them, or like kind of in a relationship and it's maybe not going the best. So the first thing I want to do is get some animal cards to see what your current energy is. And I feel like whatever, if there are any issues that are kind of gunking up the works here, they'll kind of resonate. Like, for example, if it's like trust issues, it could manifest as you kind of like hiding away and not like putting yourself out there. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, it could manifest as like you know, accusing your partner of things or just always thinking that they're cheating, like stuff like that. So we're gonna see what's coming through. I'm just gonna kind of talk about the issues that I'm seeing here. So let's see what your current energy is. I'm gonna read from the book, I think, from this, or at least just like glance at the book. What are my Aries? Oh, but before we start, I do have to say I would like to dedicate this spread to Big Sean, my hero. It's his birthday today. He's 33, I think. Or is he 34? I don't know. But I think he's 34. So happy birthday, Big Shawnee. Love you. You're my hero. You're amazing. And he's an Aries, obviously. So just wanted to say that. I think it's funny, like I was just naturally going to do this Aries spread. That's the first one I do. And it just happens to be his birthday. So just had to give him a little shout out. So what is Aries' current energy? Oh, okay. We have the zebra, which is a fire thing. Let me just see like what's going on here. Oh yeah, you could say. Also, I have this volcanic rock here. It's a piece of Mount Vesuvius, so that's cool. Just to represent my fire signs, my Aries. And let's just see basically what you're manifesting right now. What are Aries manifesting for themselves right now based on their current vibe for the month of April? What are they manifesting in the month of April based on their current vibe? And then we have letting go. Okay, number 6. So let's look in the book at the zebra. I wish these had numbers. Oh, it's right here. Eccentric, creative, visionary. So this is your current energy. And I'm going to kind of look at it from like the negative, like the out of balance thing, like the aspect of this energy, because obviously there's a light and a dark to each. So let's just read it. Zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality not only is a delight, but also opens our minds. Be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. Interesting. And like letting go, pack your bags, like there could be some sort of ending that just happened, or something like that. But when in balance, worldly, enthusiastic, fashion forward, and then when out of balance, jaded, pouty, and vain. To bring into balance an epic adventure or art. So right away what I'm getting with this is, yeah, like you may have just kind of let something go. You may be like down in the dumps, feeling jaded about love. The word jaded was in there. So it's almost like you are an Aries, or you have Aries in your chart in some way. So that's making me think that you maybe like dive into things without thinking sometimes, or just like you follow like the fire. This is like a fire, you're a fire sign, and you also got a fire animal, like element animal. So that's making me think that it's like you get like a bloop from your intuition. You kind of just jump into things without maybe thinking. There's maybe like an element of like self-protection that's missing, and it's almost like I think you go through cycles where like you're kind of hiding away and then you're jumping into things like without even thinking, and it's like you kind of end up in like the same kind of situations, like with like the same kind of people, and it's like almost like, why does this keep happening to me? Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. It's almost like, right, like you go through a period, it's like you go through these patterns of like maybe being single for a while and then like diving into a relationship and then it ends badly, and then you're like, and maybe it's like hot and heavy and intense, and then it's like nothing for like a while, like barren landscapes here. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is ask about 6 questions. The first thing I'm going to ask is like, what are your patterns of behavior in love? I was kind of picking up on it, but let's just see if there's more like subtlety to it, or more, we can get more in depth about it. So what are my Aries patterns in love? I'm just like so excited about this reading because it's like a lot of times like when you watch a reading, it's like, what are they feeling and stuff like that. But this is like putting the power back into like your hands, and you can kind of maybe see like where you're going wrong and just kind of like repeating some of the same patterns or blocking things unintentionally. Like I hope that it like shed some light on some like subconscious blocks. I just said that like all messed up, sorry, that are going on for you. So subconscious blocks that you may not be aware of. So what are Aries patterns of behavior in love? Okay. Orphaned. Okay. So we have the orphan card. It's a number 5. I feel like, again, this could be something just with orphaned, like from childhood, where that's where like the pattern kind of began. So like obviously look to that to see where maybe there was a father that maybe orphaned. Oh my God, my neighbors. Oh, sorry if you just heard that. They're like going crazy. They have kids that are like rambunctious. So anyway, if there's like a father that wasn't present, or that didn't maybe show their love in the most healthy way, that, you know, it doesn't have to be that, but if it's not that, then maybe it's just like once you started dating and stuff, it's like you date people that kind of like there's like abandonment issues here, feeling jaded, feeling like, why does this always happen to me? But I feel like once you, it's like there's 2 parts of the pattern where like that whole zebra energy, where it's like you're either like so jaded and overthinking it, or you're just like throwing caution to the wind and diving in without thinking. So let's see what else we have. What is Aries pattern of behavior in love? Justice. Okay, I feel like also something that I'm getting is because you were orphaned, or maybe you feel like you've been left behind and kind of gotten like a shitty hand in life. Something that you do is try to be fair, like overly fair to people that maybe don't deserve your fairness, if that makes sense. You almost try to justify certain things in a partner. It's like you almost try to tweak the way they are, and like in your head, it's like I'm getting a very mental energy, because justice is Libra energy, where you're trying to like make them fit even if they don't fit, just because maybe you go through, like I was saying, these phases of being alone for so long. So it's almost like when you get an opportunity, you just jump on it, then you realize it was wrong, and you're left with like another mess to clean up. So that's like what I'm getting for your pattern right off the bat. Then we're gonna see like what issues need to be resolved. Oh my God. What issues need to be resolved for Aries? Why? We have the card why. I feel like you're, with this orphan energy and the why, it's almost like, why does this happen to me? Like, it's almost like a despair. I don't think it's like a victim mentality necessarily. I feel like you could fall into that pattern. I feel like you're somebody that it has a very inquisitive mind, where you want to find the reason, but it's like you keep ending up in the same sort of a pattern. Let's see, what issue needs to be resolved? And then we have the Emperor. Okay, so with Y and the Emperor, it's like you feel a sort of lack of control over your own life. Like these things just happen to you. Like again, it's almost like a victim mentality, but not really. I don't think you play the victim. It's more like a helpless energy. Like, well, I guess this is just my fate. I have no control over it. So I guess I just have to accept that, you know, people aren't going to treat me right, and just hide myself away and like hold myself back from trying to experience things. These are 2 4s coming through here. So I feel like there is like a lack of stability in your love life. Like that's like an issue that you could have in your everyday life. The Emperor is making me think, and that's also Aries energy. Hi. Aries and Libra energy. So it's making me think that one way, and it's also a father energy. So it's like you have to kind of provide that masculine father nurturing energy for your, not nurturing, but nurturing the way a father would, you know, like to yourself, or just that parent energy. I feel like you're lacking that, and you need to provide that for yourself. It could be more with everyday things, financial stuff. Like maybe you feel like insecure about your finances, or insecure about like the state of your like everyday like affairs, and that's something that if you had that under control would make you feel more at ease and make you feel more in control of your life, and would kind of help to get rid of this helpless feeling that you have. And let's see, what does your heart need from you? Let's see, what does your heart need from you, Aries? Regeneration. And that's very clear. And then look, time for a nap. Your heart needs time to kind of, I would say, heal and grow on its own. I feel like with you, it's more so that there's things in your physical world that need to be like attended to, that like if you do, your heart will naturally just kind of calm and ease and regenerate itself. I feel like love isn't the answer right now necessarily. Or if you are, I'm sorry, I wasn't even asking a question. What does Aries heart need from them? That was the 2 of Swords though, so let's like keep that in mind. Like when we're transmuting, when we're like looking at the energy. I don't even know what I was just trying to say. What does Aries heart need from them right now? Ooh, the Knight of Swords. So we had Swords energy coming through twice. With regeneration, and it's number 46. So that's a number 10, and it's almost reminding me of like a 10 being made up of a 4 and a 6. So like again, there's that 4 energy and that 6 energy of harmony and that 4 energy of stability. I feel like getting like things under control in your life will just naturally lend itself to you finding like that harmonious balance within yourself that will kind of like attract love to you. I feel like right now your heart just needs a rest. We had the time for a nap card. Again, that was a 6. So like there's like 6s and 4s coming through here. And I feel as though if you allow yourself, your heart, the space to just kind of realize that you're not helpless. You could just be, again, like don't rush into things. I feel like your heart needs you to like, because the Knight of Swords is usually like a very active, fast moving energy, but the way that he's just stopping and taking a look, almost like in the mirror, he's looking at his own reflection in the sword. It's like you need to take a look at your own life right now, and kind of build up that powerful yang masculine energy like for yourself. I really feel like your feminine energy is like an overdrive, and like the masculine energy needs to kind of come in to balance things out. I feel like you crave kind of a partner to help you fix your life, if I'm being honest. And just kind of provide the answers, but you need to realize like you have the answers. You can kind of take a look around and come up with solutions to things. You don't need somebody to step in. I think you are a lot more powerful than you think you are. The fact that the Emperor did come through, it's like dormant Emperor energy that needs to be like awakened within you, like that divine masculine energy. I'm really feeling that. We even had the Elk on the bottom of the deck, and that is the same. It's that father energy. So it's look into that, like how to like, I mean, I know how to like mother yourself. I don't know if how to father yourself is a thing, but if, I mean, maybe it is. And just what is that yang energy, and like how could you cultivate more of that in your life for yourself? And then it says, how can you give to your heart more? Oh, I just saw yang. I don't know if you saw that when I was shuffling, or you can even see that was like on screen, but I just saw it. So how can you give to your heart right now? Truth be told, number 14. Okay. And I think like by being honest with yourself that maybe you haven't made the best choices or tried to like engage with the best people, like it's kind of been like extremes for you. I think just kind of admitting, maybe you're somebody that like dates fixer-uppers, you know? And like I was saying, you try to tweak things to kind of fit, and like rationalize them emotionally, if that makes sense. Like, oh, but they're a good person. But it's like, if you really take a look at the whole picture, you'll realize that, what am I trying to say? If you look at the whole picture, you'll realize that there were red flags maybe that were dismissed, and you're not as helpless as you think. You could have kind of cut those off. But, and also to look at it as like, all these experiences have kind of helped you to kind of realize this. Maybe you're the kind of person that kind of makes the same mistakes over and over again. But I feel like it's coming from a beautiful place of like just feeling orphaned and not, I feel like people could get you with their sob stories and you just like feel bad for people. So you give them a chance and you're like, all right. And then you try to be true to them, but then they don't give you the same thing back in return. And you feel like, why does this always happen to me? All right. How can you give to your heart more? I feel like by being more discerning, like you're doing a disservice to your own heart. I'm not trying to be mean and call you out. I'm so sorry if it sounds like fucked up, but I mean, I'm an Aries too, so I could be talking to myself right now. Like, I'll know when I watch it later, but like you could be doing a disservice to your own heart by just kind of like opening the doors wide open and like letting anybody in. It's like, I think there's a need to be more discerning with your own heart. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. How can you give more to your heart? And then the Seven of Wands. It's like, I think you need to, with the Wheel of Fortune, that's like an expansive like Jupiter energy, that's almost making me think of like focusing on your finances and things like that, because I think of abundance when I see the Wheel of Fortune. Again, we have another 10. We have a lot of major arcanas here. Out of 4 cards, we got 3. We got Justice, the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is like, I feel like a major time period for you, and like just with the regeneration energy, that's making me think of the spring, like where I'm at in the world. Like, it's springtime and it's like a great time to kind of like allow things to like kind of, I think like strip away everything, get to the bottom of your life and just kind of build it up like step by step. Like, I'm surprised the building blocks cards didn't get out, because that's kind of like the energy that I'm getting. So I feel like focusing on your finances, being more discerning. These 2 cards going together, I'm not really sure like what that is. I kind of want to like get a clarifier. Inspiration and success. Yeah, I feel like if you just work on being, I don't know why I'm shuffling these cards. Like, this is not the cards I'm supposed to be getting. Okay. I feel like if you, I was going to get a clarifier with this, but that inspiration and success, and then clean it up. Yeah, clean it up. It's like there's things that need to be attended to, that I think there's like a lot of like debris in your energy field. There could be a lot of like debris in your house, honestly. I feel like if you work on like kind of clearing things out, stripping things down, you could, because this was talking about moving. So, you know, when you move, you go through all your stuff and get rid of all the junk. Like, something like that I would like recommend for you guys doing, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically in your space, like, or both. Honestly, I would more focus on the physical, to be honest with you. I feel like it's more physical, and then it's like your relationships or your heart, your emotional body will just like follow suit. So let's see, how can you like vibe and align with love? Like, what do you have to do to vibrate and align with love? Clean it up. Yeah. Like, okay. This is like a very clear message. look, chaos and conflict. I feel like messy bed, messy head, like messy whatever, like it's, and maybe doing like energy clearings every day could be something that's like beneficial for you. I feel like you could have a lot of gunk, especially, I'm looking at this card now. This is like the middle, like maybe like the solar plexus chakra and like the lower chakras I'm more so getting, because I feel like maybe not that, maybe like the sacral and the solar plexus and the root, just because this is feeling like root chakra to me with all the fours coming through. It's making me think of like stability, so maybe doing some root chakra healings. How can you vibe and align with love? The Seven of Swords, or Wands, I don't know why I said swords. Don't be afraid to like let something go if you know, because we have this letting go, and this is more like before you begin your next cycle, I would say, in like a relationship. It's like you don't want to be overly defensive, but you don't want to just like let people in that aren't up to snuff. Like no more fixer-uppers, like be more discerning. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting for that. Don't be afraid to like say no to people, and if they're giving you a sob story or you just know they're not right for you, like that sucks, but it's too bad. Like you can have, I feel like you need to like have not better goals, that's not what I'm saying. You need to like aim higher. I feel like you need to realize that you're like up here, and sometimes like people that just aren't on your level yet are trying to like merge with you, and it's gonna bring you down. And then the last thing I want to say is, how can you allow more love into your life? To be fair, number 38. I feel like this is saying to be more fair to yourself. Again, it's like that whole, let's just get one more. How can you allow more love into your life? And then the Chariot. Yeah, and then we had the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So it's like, don't just allow, don't accept anything that like comes your way. Like, you know, I feel like you owe it to yourself to be discerning and to like, how can you allow more love into your life? I feel like also too, like be more discerning, but like be open at the same time. Like be open to having fun, and like just realize like that these issues are easily, they're not that big of a deal. Like they are because you're unaware of them, but once you're like aware of them or really working on them, like it's not anymore. Like you're kind of able to like sail over these issues. Like you can kind of just be like, you know what, like maybe like I've been orphaned in the past, maybe I've been like taken advantage of and I feel jaded, but it's maybe I played more of a role than I think. That's a very freeing thing. And I think once you realize that, it will help your heart to open up, because you'll realize like the role that you played, and not in a way to blame you, but just in a way to like empower you. And it'll seem easy to kind of get over these issues that maybe seem so like insurmountable. So, all right, then I want to get, if you kind of follow this advice, like what could be like, I'm going to get these cards again and just see like how your energy could shift and look at the lighter side. So let me just see what you can see here on this spread, because no, we have to like maybe move these up. Okay, it's not really pretty anymore, but too bad. Maybe I'll go like this, so that way we could just make another row here. Sorry if you could just see my head. Okay. So if Aries follows this advice and kind of like starts cleaning things up and trying to be more discerning, giving themselves a break, but while at the same time like recognizing how they may have played a role, it's like the gist of what I was getting, what energy will they be kind of like sinking into and aligning with more? And then we'll read this from the book too. Ooh, it's two. I want to just get one. Let me just see where we're at on time. Okay. What Aries? What is the energy Aries is trying to get into? We have the Scorpion. Ooh, another fire sign with the hyena. So let's see if I can find it. wish sometimes that these were numbered. Okay, Scorpion. Oh, I want to get the other card too. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. But let's just see. We're going to read like the whole thing. And then what could they manifest for themselves? Jesus. Whoa. Oh, okay. I don't know what that was. It was my neighbors, I think. And then we have Glamour. Into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility with the new beginnings on the bottom of the deck. So let's see what the Scorpion is all about. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. So when in balance, it'll be wild and free and fierce. To bring into balance honesty and forgiveness. I feel like that's like that whole like to be fair thing, wherever that was. It's like, it's time to come clean about your feelings. It's time to come clean to yourself and like forgive yourself. Honesty and forgiveness. Be honest with yourself about the part that you've played. Forgive yourself for the part you've played. Like obviously there were some issues stemming from something, like some sort of hurt and loss that just kind of snowballed, you know, and just kind of keep repeating. And it's like, but knowledge is power. And once you know like what's causing it and, you know, kind of like how you're like, because we're the ones that are responsible for our own vibration. It's something that we all know, but like being in this human world that we live, it's like it's something that we forget because it's so easy to blame other people and to get sucked up into that kind of mentality. But you know, it's like the power is yours if you want. And it's like the Scorpion is like, I mean, you know, he'll sting you if you're not like up to par. He'll be like and like keep it moving, you know what I mean? Like there doesn't need to be, it's almost like a strong, even though like a zebra is bigger and stuff, I don't think of a zebra as being like an aggressive animal. I feel like a Scorpion, so I would say watch for a tendency to be like too aggressive. But this was how, like, I feel like you need to be in this energy of like, no, like fuck you, like if you don't resonate with me and you're not going to be a good person, get the fuck out. Like I feel like almost like you need to be in that energy, that like discerning energy. Like with the father energy, like I was talking about, maybe, you know how like when you're young, like, well, you maybe don't know if your father wasn't really present, but it's like if you've seen it on TV, like, you know what I'm saying, where it's like the dad doesn't want his daughter to date and he's like, that guy's not good enough for you. Like you need to like do that for yourself, kind of. And even if your father wasn't like the best, or you don't even know them or whatever it is, we're gonna get some advice here. Think about a father from TV that's like the best dad. Like I always like Adam Braverman from Parenthood. Oh my god, like if I could have any dad in the world, it would probably be him. Like what would he say like if his daughter was trying to date like some guy that was just a piece of crap, like Steve? When I don't know if you ever watched that show, but he was not a fan. So I'm just gonna get some advice for you, Aries. What advice? It's a tough love advice, so this could be a little harsh, but it's like funny too if you could just like let it be funny. So what advice do my Aries need right now? I just saw eat your fucking vegetables. Yeah, like you need to parent yourself, but let's see what actually comes out. What advice do my Aries need right now? Money, and then it said make it rain. Okay, so yeah, focus on your finances. I was kind of getting that. And it's funny because that's how can you give to your heart, by working on your finances, but maybe that'll help you build up that stability and security for yourself. Make it rain, baby girl or baby boy. Ooh. Eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. So you could be just kind of, yeah, like needing to take a little bit better care of yourself in some way, whether it's eating, whether it's cleaning up, like whatever it is. Stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up. You are missing some cool shit. So I would say exercise, eat your veggies, like try to balance your life out and get more stable. I see detox, drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole and throw some shit out. Yeah, like have a little clear out. There's something about that here. And then I guess we'll get messages. We'll see what your future partner, if you're in separation with somebody and it's not manifesting, just like what they would want to say to you. Not too many. I don't want to get too many. But if you watch my last series, I combined my message deck. So I have like the complimentary stuff in here and then just like the regular messages. So what does Aries need to hear right now? Either from their person, from spirit. What do they need to hear? We got that one. I've made my choice, be seeing you. So that could be somebody like maybe coming through, contacting you soon. That doesn't mean this work stops though, even if that does happen. And don't forget, like if they made a choice, you still have to make a choice. If like they're like the right person for you, make sure to be very discerning. I know I have to save myself. You can't do it for me. I feel like that's more about you and that father energy where it's like you almost want that masculine energy to come in. Whether that's like a man or a woman coming in, but you want someone to come in and kind of like parent you and like tell you what to do or just to have some help, but you don't need them. You can do it yourself. You are more to me than just sex, but I can't deny how much I do want you. So that could be a message from somebody. We have the Scorpion card, which is like Scorpio energy, which is ruled by the genitals. Thank you. I was just watching Rock of Love and that like popped in my head because I just watched this episode last night where she said, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm ruled by my genitals. So it's like, maybe you make choices almost like based on your genitals. Like I hate to say it like that, but like where you crave that like physical contact and you go through those periods of isolation and then you kind of just jump into something for like the physicality. But it's like you don't need that. Like hello, like you can do that on your own. I project all my fears onto you. Sometimes the path to you is straightforward. Sometimes it's a complicated mess. You're so fucking sexy. I feel so guilty. And let's see what else. I don't want to like overanalyze these messages because maybe they like mean something to whoever's watching. So I'll just try to pipe down. You're shaped as my absolute fave. So you're definitely like attractive. You're definitely like desirable to people. I love the way your brain works. I feel like you're the whole package. You're sexy. You have a nice body. It's like you're more than just sex. So maybe you feel like sometimes people just use you for sex or something like that. But it's like there's someone coming through here to say like there's so much more to you than that, and don't limit yourself and think that you have to like look a certain way or like all your worth is like your sexuality or something like that. I'll just look at these and then we'll wrap it up. I never meant to hurt you. Your authenticity is so refreshing. You're my perfect match in every way. Meeting you changed me in so many ways, and you keep such a nice home. Clean up that house. That's all I can say to you guys. So I hope these messages resonated, if they did, or if they didn't. But I feel like there was some good compliments for you guys too. So I hope this reading helped. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are. And leave me some love if you liked it. And let me know what you thought about this reading because it was new and I just wanted to do it. And I think it was cool. Happy birthday, Big Sean. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.